We're back. Welcome back, everybody. UFC 289. We're gonna get you some winning angles, some sharp plays. Quick recap last week. UFC Fight Night. KKF versus Amir Albazi. If you're one of our subscribers and you stuck it with us and got our information early in the week, we picked up about 5 units last week. We did a really good MMA week. 5 units is really good. Had a shot to actually really do some damage if some things went our way in the last two fights. But you know what? We're free rolling some props in the last two fights, and that's a great spot to be in. It just didn't go our way, but that's okay. You get to enjoy we got to enjoy the main event last week with profits and free rolls. Just enjoy the fights. That's always a good thing. Kicking it back this week, looking to have another winning week. Not a ton of plays on this card, actually, from a betting perspective, but I didn't like it at first, but it's the more as the week went on, I don't know if I'm just getting hooked or being an MMA nerd, like getting excited for this for it just because it's a fights. But yeah, it's actually maybe it's not that bad of a card. But yeah, we'll kicking it back. PFL 4 going right now. I picked up our first bet, Andrew Sanchez. We picked up 1.5 units. We also we had Abby Montez by finish. That's a nice one. And we picked that up. We had Impa by finish when he was minus 400. So we got nice odds on the finish. He actually walked about minus 900 and he got the win. And later we got under 1.5 rounds in the Martine Hamlet fight. Yeah, I do like it. And our parlay, we have 5-leg parlay too with the PFL, and we got the main leg. We got the Andrew Sanchez leg when he was minus 140, so that looks really good. We got 3 legs in, and we just need 2 more. Coming back to this week's card, UFC 289. Let's start with some hidden gems from the prelims, because those are where we find some really good betting angles. If you're a fan of the show, we talk about it often. We used to go through run through all the fights, but I kind of figure that it's better just to find our best picks off the end of the fight, off the beginning fights, and talk about what we really want to broadcast. Professor Violence is not joining us this week. He's on vacation, but we're going to pick it up with his hidden gem, which I would recommend maybe as a parlay stuffer, not really as a straight bet. He sees Miranda Maverick running right through Jasmine Jasudavicius, having not many problems. Miranda's going to be the quicker, faster striker. She's going to have a superior footwork. For me, Jasmine can give someone problems just because she's long. She's very long for a division. She's very tall. When she does get on top of you, it seems like her ground and pound, and holding top position skills are really good. I think we saw that in her upset, Kate Hansen. We didn't get to see much out of her last time, as I think Natalia Silva was the one that sticks out, where Natalia Silva was a pretty big underdog, and Natalia Silva just looked incredible, fought great, and she's won 2 other fights since then. So that loss aged very well, because Natalia Silva is just finishing girls. So she's going to bring her here to Miranda Maverick. Miranda Maverick, I think the one thing that maybe Jasmine has a path to victory is if she can get on top, because Miranda Maverick's get-up game isn't that good stat-wise. But we have to take in mind who was keeping her down for the most part. Erin Blanchfield, she was just a step ahead of Miranda. But, I mean, I thought Miranda did an incredible job of just not getting submitted in that fight to Blanchfield. I thought her, being a grappler myself, I thought that was really good defensive MMA grappling. And she did what she could to stay in that fight and try to reverse position. It didn't work out. But that being said, also like her last fight, not getting the finish over the Shanimal. Yeah, so it makes me think like something maybe Miranda Maverick's not all there yet. Maybe Shannon Young just had a night and just was able to avoid the finish somehow. But I'd like to see that Miranda Maverick can, get Jasmine down or hurt her and maybe finish the fight. If it gets extended for all 3 rounds, Jasmine has more with her reach, can present some problems maybe. Miranda Maverick, I've heard some things about she gives out volume as a striker. Their Macy Barber fight, there wasn't that many strikes. Her Shannon Young fight, those strikes, a lot of strikes are from the ground and on top. I will agree that her footwork has gotten better and her striking is improving, but I don't know if it's that much better than Jasmine. So yeah, I could see this fight playing out a little differently than everyone thinks. But nonetheless, I think Miranda Maverick, I wouldn't bet her money line, but that's one play you can try to stick and build a little parlay for some early action. We're kicking it main card, 5-fight main card this week. Marc-Andre Barrio, the power bar, going and fighting Eric Anders. Anders, we saw finish Kyle Dawkins, which is the best I think I've seen Eric Anders look inside an octagon. Marc-Andre Barrio looked really good last time too in sticking to that power bar name and wearing down Cuban Missile Crisis. But the line on this is kind of sketchy to me. Barrio opened up -130. He's been as high as -160. He's going to sit at about -130 as of now. I kind of find that as pretty shady for a few reasons. I think he sticks out mightily in this matchup. Eric Anders has never really been impressive in a UFC fight. Does he hit hard? Sure. He had a long run of not finishing anyone until his last fight. So I don't know how much, how much to put into that, being that unfortunately it looked like Kyle got released as well. He was looking to find a home somewhere, and Anders moved down and got the finish. He's very plotty as a striker, very strong in the clinch. I wouldn't say he necessarily has amazing skills in the clinch as far as strikes and takedowns, but he's a really strong guy. So was Barrio, though. I mean, it's hard for me not to see that Barrio, if he just avoids a kill shot, which maybe he can eat 1 or 2, it's hard for me to see Eric Anders even coming close to keeping up with his pace. He's going to get outstruck. He's going to be the minute loser. Barrio is going to win minutes. The line, but we being a gambler, I got to respect the line. I think it should be much wider. I think Barrio should be about -225 myself. So I'm going to go Marc-Andre Barrio. I think he wins this fight. I think he wins it. I think he wins it pretty substantially. Unanimous decision win for Marc-Andre Barrio, and that's where we'll kick off this one. Hello. Next fight, we got Dan Ige, Nathan the Train Landwehr. Coincidentally, this fight the line is kind of shocking the other way. Dan Ige, who I like, is -260. I like as a fighter. Nate Landwehr, who's had some incredible performances of late and is a crowd favorite, is +225. That stunned me at first. I was like, oh man, that's wide. Why would that be wide? So I mean, Dan Ige, if you've seen his fights, been on the wrong end of some decisions. Some fights didn't go his way. But the man's never been finished, which I think is really important. And he's fought the cream of the crop. He's fought almost everyone in the division. So this is going to be a step up one way for Landwehr as far as durability is concerned. Someone that can push a pace. He's gonna be stepping up here, and he's just so reckless in his approach that it's hard to see Ige not catching him. Ige last performance that with a finish kind of says like, yeah, he's Ige's going to have the grappling advantage. Danny is a tremendous wrestler. He's going to have a grappling advantage if he chooses to take it there. Nate Landwehr is looking to strike. He's looking to knock you out. He's looking to come forward, tie you, and start a war. Danny Ige is a very intelligent fighter, so it's going to be tough to see that coming out. 265 wide. 265 very wide, but the line's there for a reason. I'm gonna go with. I don't think this fight sees the scorecards. I think that's minus 130 right now on FanDuel. Maybe it's DraftKings. I'm not sure. I think someone gets finished here. I think Danige's got more power, more pop than people think. He showed that last time, or his grappling skills. If he can get this fight to the ground, maybe TKO KO, maybe he finds submission, not sure, but he will find a way to. I think he wins this fight. I think he does. So maybe double chance Danige by finish, and this fight did not go to decision minus 130. I think that can also. I think they're kind of correlated because like we said, Danige doesn't get finished, so I don't know if Landwehr will actually finish him to save the bet if Ige doesn't finish, but I think Ige can win this fight by finish. Ige by decision odds are there as well, but that would only serve as not. Then you would have 3 bets of the fight. Ige by finish, and fight to not go the distance minus 130. I think those are our. That's my. Those are 2 bets. A couple bets off the main card. So we got Marc-Andre Barrio so far. Gonna bet him. Maybe I would say 2 units is worth that. I would say Ige by finish 1 unit. I would say fight to not go the distance 1 unit, as well as we don't know what can happen. Next fight we got Mike Malott proper going off against Adam Fugit. Yeah, Mike Malott, Canadian, makes sense on this card. Done a lot of great things since I saw his Contender Series guillotine. He's looked really strong in there, really powerful. The issue is his fights. I mean, I think like all of his fights, I could add up his last 5 fights, and I don't even think they go around. He gets in and gets out of there. He catches guys and he knocks them out. Hard to see what he's going to look like in round 2, round 3 of a UFC fight. Maybe it's a trickier matchup with Adam Fugit, who can grapple, who can do things. Mike Malott does have really excellent takedown defense, and he's a really strong guy, not just by his physique, but he's a lifelong athlete. He played a lot of pro sports, I believe it was hockey, but he's not. You could tell by looking and think he's not your normal. He's strong. He's very physically strong. He's really tough to take down. I could see something, man. I could see, if this fight gets extended, you could see that. Maybe Mike Malott gets a little tired. Maybe Adam Fugit has moments. Maybe Mike Malott's power isn't there. Later on in the second half, Fugit can take over and win this fight. So from a betting perspective, Mike Malott minus 225. No, thank you. The price on Fugit, I don't know. I think I want to see maybe like plus 225 or better. Maybe if Mike Malott went up to like minus 300, maybe plus 225, plus 250 higher. Because it's pretty tough to handicap all around as a whole. So I think Mike Malott probably wins. We'll see. He's going to have that crowd behind him, which means he can also punch himself out. If he tries to gas for that knockout in round 1 and doesn't get it, don't know. You might have a big advantage there with Fugit. So maybe a live bet if you follow the live line when the fights are going on. Maybe you can find a live bet there. But so far, no bets on that fight. Pass. Co-main event. Who's not ready for this? Co-main event. Been waiting for this fight. I wanted to see Benny versus Islam. We still might, but I thought that would be a really incredible fucking fight. I don't want to see it 3 years from now when Dariush gets injured and isn't the same, because Dariush is fucking awesome. Oliveira is incredible. Followed him his whole career. Loved it. I'm really pumped for this matchup. Who doesn't want to watch this? I mean, Dariush's performance against Gamrot really was like, oh wow, man, this guy is good. From a grappling perspective, I mean, that was against a guy that can push that pace, wrestle heavy pace, like just no man, like just always had an answer, stuff in it, getting stuff and takedowns, never in a bad position, getting right back to his feet. The one thing also, Dariush is his top control is really pristine. His striking is underrated. Dariush is underrated in general, not anymore maybe because he could be fighting for the belt title soon, but he's a really underrated commodity. I've been saying that. I've been on him since maybe slightly before the Tony Ferguson beat down. Just like I said before Oliveira fought Kevin Lee, I was like, yo, this guy's about to go on a run. And I was right about that. And I'm never wrong. This is such a titanic matchup. Dariush has been waiting. He's ready. He's definitely getting that title fight after this. There's no doubt about it. If he wins, Oliveira is looking to bounce back right in there. After a night, the run Oliveira went on. God, he didn't lose for so long. I think it was 12 fight winning streak, something crazy. And he just defended the belt against elite competition. I thought he never taking anything away, especially in MMA. I thought it was a terrible version of him. I thought he was not that he's defensively sound. Let's be honest, but I thought he was extra sloppy against like a guy you can't do that against. Pulling guard in the first round. I mean, yeah, I get it. You want to send a message that fuck, whatever. Fuck your fuck the OV on your last name. Fuck all this. I'm not afraid of you. I will grapple you and I will try to submit you. You will not hurt me down here. I will get back to my feet. He did that. Like he tried some things, didn't work, but then he got back to his feet pretty quickly, and he got to work from there. Didn't work out. He got dropped, which he's been doing that. And okay, now different matchup. Dariush up to -160 now. Man, it's crazy. People are nobody's getting behind Charles here. Like all of a sudden, Charles is back to being disrespected. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough for me. So both of these guys get hurt. Let's see. Dariush, when Dariush is not in the driver's seat, he gets hurt. Does he get finished? No. He's only got 5 losses. I mean, and Oliveira gets finished much more out of his 9 losses. So it's tough. It's tough to think who's going to hurt who. How's this fight going to play out? I can't lean one way or the other. I don't know. I think I can see this fight going a couple ways. I could see both guys landing shots early. They both don't like to wait. I could see their power getting zapped from something. Maybe there's a couple nice knockdowns, hard shots. Then maybe they go grappling exchange. Then no one can hurt each other later. Maybe hard for me to see either of these guys submitting each other, even though I talk about Oliveira, who has the most submissions. I think he's sitting there at plus 500 to win by submission, which is very high for Oliveira. Yeah, but Dariush is right there. Dariush is 3rd degree black belt. Like they're both just so good. If Oliveira is going to try to play from his back, I think that's a huge disadvantage and a bad strategy. Dariush is showing when he gets top control, he's lethal. You're not going to get back up. He's going to win that round. He's going to at least keep you there and beat you up. You're not going to get back up. You're not going to improve your position. This is a 3-round fight, so giving a round away is big time. No. It's going to swing the odds really big in the opponent's favor. Man, I kind of under 2.5 minus just keeps going up and up. It's almost at -200. I kind of can see this fight. First of all, I feel like the line in a 3 round, it should be 1.5 with these two because Oliveira, I mean, every fight it's early. I mean, he wants to get you out of there. He wants to finish the fight. Dariush, he's way much more patient, much more sound. He's more of a counter pop, which you'll have the chance to do because Oliveira just has that style. I'm coming. 2.5 is, I think that shows that their experience, their class as a fighter. I think the books were less likely that somebody gets finished early here, but we'll see. I can see this leaning. So I think, if anything, maybe like half a unit on the over 2.5 rounds. makes sense, but I wouldn't put much behind it. But I can see that playing out. I think there's a path for that. Um, but we'll see as the fight goes along. If it does go through rounds, who does that favor? I guess Dariush maybe because Oliveira is more prone to putting himself in worse spots, and Dariush capitalizes. But maybe he can't counter Oliveira. Maybe Oliveira just got the answer for him, and Oliveira will outvolume him. He'll hit him more. He'll be more dynamic with a combination front kicks, low kicks, striking variation, elbows. Maybe he'll do that. Maybe we'll have the answer for that. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a tough fight. I'm just pumped to watch the fight. If you guys like anybody, let us know who you like in the fight. Interested to hear your thoughts. Brings us to the main event. The Lioness is back. She's going to defend the belts. Juliana Pena is out. And I think that's a good thing because this makes for a much more intriguing matchup. Irene Aldana always posed an outside threat, I think, just because of her her striking ability. She's not going to finish Amanda any other way. We don't reasonably. But I think that what some people are missing is I think she is the faster striker. I think she's faster than Amanda. Her boxing is crisp. It's nice. Mexico's on a heater right now with champs, and she is Alexa Grasso's main training partner. They've been training together for years. They're the only two girls in that gym, and they worked for a while. And they're both pro. One's a champ, so they're opportunistic. You saw they play for things. The jiu-jitsu instructor out of that gym, what was his name? Diego Lamos, he fought recently as a huge underdog versus Everlev, and his ground game, his body game was fucking incredible. And he's the main guy there, so they're learning things. These guys are good. They'll sneak up on you. Maybe Irene could catch that submission now that we're saying it, but no, I don't know. It's more likely that she needs to get Amanda out of there. She needs to catch her flush, and it's got to be early. I don't see an extension working Aldana's way. Aldana makes her fights, she makes a lot of mistakes, both on the ground and on the feet. If there is an avenue that Amanda to beat her, it's Aldana. She gets taken down every fight. She got taken down. Macy Chiazon 5 times, 3 times. Before that, she did knock out Ketlin Vera. She finishes people. I'm saying her boxing, her striking is very good, and she'll hurt Amanda. Aldana's obviously never faced anyone this caliber. She's stepping up. She's 14-6, 6 losses. Some of them are bad losses too. But like I said, she has talent. She's been around. She's going to come to fight. She's going to be in shape. She wants it. But that being said, she needs to win by knockout. She would have to knock out Amanda, which can happen. And I said, if it happens, it's coming early. That's her only way of winning. The odds have been sinking. People are getting behind Aldana, and I really got to think that's due to a little bit the Mexican run, which is incredible for them. The way Grasso upset Valentina, I think people are like, "Oh, this shit happens." Amanda got beat. Juliana, it happened. I think people are getting a little too much behind that, and like, no, this is the best ever. She showed that when she wants it, it's there. She'll crush you still, and even if she's 80% of that should be good enough here to comfortably win. If she wants to go for takedowns and get this fight down, yeah, she's gonna have a big edge, and she's gonna be able to score big. I don't see this fight going the distance at all. Minus 200 up to minus 260 now. Yeah, I took that early. Irene Aldana, KO TKO plus 700. I think that's worth maybe a quarter unit. And like we said, it's coming early if she does it. So Aldana, round 1, round 2, TKO KO props. Yeah, this isn't happening late. I don't see that happening late. I don't see her knocking Amanda out late. No one's ever done that. Yeah, and the submission, yeah, she lost by submission to Juliana, but it's a little different. Amanda, she wasn't there that night, and Juliana Pena is a really good submission, like BJJ submission. It's not a secondary thing for her. Like, that is her bread and butter, and she's very good at it. So I think it's unlikely to back the Aldana, but I think Aldana, if you want to back something, or maybe one, Aldana take TKO KO round 1 or round 2, quarter unit, just for a sweat. But a 2 unit bet on this fight does not go the distance. If you can get Amanda by any finish, I think there's a double chance on FanDuel right now, plus 100. Bet Parks plus 105. Yeah, I think those are solid as well. You can bet them all together. Amanda by finish for 1 unit. Fight to not go distance, 2 units. Aldana KO props, quarter units each. Now you got little sprinkles. You sprinkle around. And you sprinkle around, throw a little water. Maybe the seeds will grow. You get a big payout. You're not such a fish. You're not just a fish in a barrel to your bookie. Now you got options. They got to sweat a little bit. They got to sweat sides, rounds. You're showing, and you're going to beat these. You're going to get great prices on these. You're going to beat these prices. If you're a subscriber or a member to the channel and you get our picks, you know all about beating prices. We get it out to you early in the week. We get it to you quick as soon as we can. But that's always fun. Write in, email, comment in the channel. Tell us who you like in the fight, any of the fights, and your betting angles, and love to hear from it and get back. That's UFC 289 betting angles previews. This time and every time. Stack and lack, Cadillac. Please don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and tune in because we got sprinkles and we got profits. UFC 290. Let's make another 5 units or more. Peace.